Dopamine Drop, I always wondered what it looked like the moment that dopamine actually hits your brain. Like, is it a smooth process that, you know, just kind of like slides into the spots it needs to go in the brain? Or is it like dirty? Is it, you know, it splatters everywhere all over the walls in the brain and it gets, you know, messy and all over the place. And that idea had been like brewing in my mind for a while, and then Willie came to me and had this badass riff, and I was like, dude, this sounds like the idea that I've been feeling for a couple months. I've been trying to find something to write about that sounded like this. And we did that on a lot of songs for this record. We spent a lot of time with guitars, for sure. Yeah, as soon as I heard Dopamine Drop, the riff that ended up being like the main riff for that one, that starts the song, I just thought that that was something we could really build off of. And so later on in the song, when you get the heavier part, that burn out, burn out, burn out, burn out, burn out, that's how the song originally started. But then we got into the studio and we wanted to wait to give that part away because it's so heavy. It's like, so, it feels so good to play that and to hear that out in the crowd on a big PA. I wanted to make sure that like that came through in the music. But as soon as I heard that riff, I decided to build off that. And we still, we put that first live now, so we don't start with like the softer lick, we start with the heavy part of it and fucking blow them out. On the lyrics, I was thinking about the same process, what I mentioned about how dopamine looks when it hits the brain. Like, is it messy or is it like a clean, you know, slide into the spots that it needs to go? And I wanted there to be a theme between a lot of the heavier songs on this record about comfort being a hard drug. So I was like, I think I say, is it all we ever wanted? Is it all we ever feared? To change up the cycle, make comfort disappear. And it's kind of the thought that I have with a lot of my songs of just being unsure about things. That's why we do what we do, because I get bored being comfortable a lot. And I think the idea of comfort disappearing for some people is very scary, but that's why people like go skydiving and bungee jumping and shit like that. That's why we play music for a living, is because in one way or another, all of us are scared to be comfortable because we get so fucking bored. I'm not the kind that likes a love song. Oh shit.